familiar with and asking people questions about their stories. I'm nosy.
How did you find this job?
How did I find this job? Well, I did a couple internships and I made a resume tape. So I put some of my stories that I completed onto a disc, and then I sent it out to different news directors who worked at different television stations and waited for feedback.
What's this reporter make? Their salary.
All right. Well, when you start out, usually when you start out, it's in a really, really small town. You can make anywhere from $15,000 a year to $30,000. Usually your first job. 30 is a bit high. This Columbia is actually a pretty big market. It's a medium market. So I think there's over 200 markets in stations in the country, and so when you start out, you usually start at a smaller station and work your way up. Does that make sense?
So where was your first job as a reporter?
Here. Yeah, I lucked out, and I worked at another station in Columbia for about a year and a half, and then I came to WIS, which is not common. Usually reporters will move around in the same city, but it's just, everyone has a different path, and that's what mine happened to be.
Okay. How early do you have to get up?
How early? Well, I set my alarm for 2, but there's a lot of snooze involved. So, I snooze it a couple times, and then I end up getting up around 2:30, 2:35. Now, unless there's breaking news. A couple times in the last few weeks, there's been stuff that's happened really early. Stuff that's been happening really early. So, like bad things, like a lot of crime. There was a fire, and so they called me in around midnight. So I slept for about 3 hours that night.
What time do you sleep?
I usually go to bed around 6.
That makes sense.
So I miss all my favorite shows at night. I use a lot of, I have to use the DVR.
That's what
I live my life by the DVR. What do you like to watch?
a lot of Disney Channel, Teen Nick, Dumbo.
Oh, good answer. Are you guys gonna go back and watch this morning?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about this morning?
Really? What made you listen?
Well, when I found out I was going to be doing the Cool Schools segment, I reached out to a bunch of different people in the different districts. And Katrina, who was with your guys' district, she called me back. She said, I have this awesome school in mind. They've got a ton of energy, and everybody's really involved, and they get excellent grades, and they excel in reading. And I said, I'm there.
What school did you graduate from?
Ohio University. Do you know where Ohio is? Have you been there?
Yes. My grandparents went to
Okay.
And what subjects did you get a degree in?
I was a political science major. So I didn't go to school for this, but that's why I did a couple internships after I graduated at news stations, so I could see what it was all about. And when you're an intern, you're not paid. So if you can survive that and you still love it, it's probably something you should do.
Yeah, I've heard of unpaid interns before.
Yeah, it's the majority of them.
Yeah.
But it's just all about, putting in the time and effort for something that you really love.
Yeah, and I'm guessing as a news reporter, there's a lot going on in South Carolina. How do you decide, which one do you choose? Which story?
Well, because I work the morning show, I cover a lot of stuff that happens in those hours that I'm working. So I will be there anywhere from 3 a.m. to noon. So if any news breaks during that time, I'm automatically going to go to it. Other things that are important about our job is story enterprising, which means that you have to come up with ideas on your own and just basically stay connected. Read the newspaper, watch other TV stations, watch the news all the time, and always know what's going on with your current events. Do you guys do that?
And what newspaper do you get from?
Well, I keep up with the state. They're our big newspaper, and really I do a lot of Googling. Do you guys Google?
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite website.
Yes.
Are there any times when you might actually not have to do the morning news, or that you might have to do something like that?
Well, when I first started at WIS, I worked the night shift. So I would come in at 2:30 in the afternoon, and I would work until 11:30. So I did the 11 o'clock news. So I had time to get in, get my story, shooting it, and you know, a lot of reporters nowadays, they do it all. They shoot, they edit, and they report. So it's something that you probably should be open-minded to if you want to do this job, which is not hard. You get to work out every day, carrying around all that stuff. Today, though, I was lucky because I have Brian with me, and he's been helping me out.
I get to work out physically and mentally.
So do I. The struggle is real, isn't it? All right, you guys have any more questions for me?
Thank you.
Well, no, thank you guys.
Thanks for listening to our questions and answering them.
I think you guys are going to be good at this. You all seem pretty nosy. That's a good trait to have. Yeah? Okay.
At the end of the business, it's the school started.
Okay, well, you know, I mean, a little experience is better than none, right?